Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's tutorial I'll be showing you how I made this lovely sleeve design. So please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, press the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Like and share this video. So the first thing you need is your basic sleeve pattern. So what I have here is a long sleeve. As you can see, is a long sleeve pattern. So what I have here is a long sleeve pattern, as you can see, because the sleeve is a long sleeve. So this is what I have. So the next, I'll mark out the upper part where I want the design to be. I can decide to use 12 inches. So I'll just mark out 13 inches. So I'll be marking out 13 inches. So I'll mark it out, then I'll rule it out. So I'll roll it out. So the next thing, I'll cut it out. So this part, I'll be using this part to cut out the net at the lower part of the sleeve. So I'll keep this aside. So the next thing, I'll get another fabric. So what I have here is my color stay, but you can get another pattern paper. So I'll place it like this. I'll place it like this. On this side, I'll measure out 6 inches. So I'll mark out 6 inches. So I've marked out the 6 inches. So I'll place my sleeve like this. Then on the upper part, you determine how pointy you want the sleeve to be, how long or how high you want it to be. So I'll be using. So on this part, on the upper part, I'll be using 4.5. As you can see, 4.5. That's what I'll be using on the upper part. So I'll place the sleeve like this. So this is what I have. So on the upper part, 4.5 inches. On this side, I have 6 inches. So this is my 4.5 inches, as you can see. So on this 6 inches line, I'll mark out this 6 inches line. I'll get the midpoint, which is 3 inches. So I'll get the midpoint, which is 3 inches. So the next thing, I'll connect from here. I'll connect from this line to this point, like this, just to give it that shape. Then I'll come to this side. So I'll connect like this, just to give it the shape. Next thing, I'll connect from this point, like this, all the way to this point. So this is what I have. So I'll quickly draw it out. So this is what I have. So from this sleeve, I'll connect it to form the curve all the way to this point. This point is where the 4.5 inches stop. So the next thing I'll do, I'll cut out. I'll be cutting out this part separately. So I will just cut out from here like this, all the way to this point. This shape I have here, I'll cut it out. So that's what I'll be using to create the sleeve. So the second method, for the second method, you draw the sleeve and the design together. For the second method, you just connect your sleeve like this. You connect it like this. So for the second method, you connect your sleeve together with the design. So you can actually cut it like this and cut double of this and sew it like this. But for this method I'm doing, I'll be cutting this part, this design, separately. So this is what I have, as you can see. So now I'll be cutting it out on the fabric. So I'll use this, my sleeve pattern, to cut out the fabric. I'll be joining this pattern. I'll be joining this pattern on this side of the sleeve. I'll be joining this pattern on this side of the sleeve. So I'll be leaving out half an inch on this side. So I'll leave out half an inch here. Then on this part also, half an inch. So this is the fabric. So this is the main sleeve. I also use the same what I have here, I've also cut the same thing for the lining. So this is the lining and this is the fabric. So I'll keep this aside. So for this pattern, I'll be cutting 2 pieces of this pattern that I have here. I'll cut 2 pieces of the collar stay. I'm using collar stay in order for it to give structure to the sleeve. So you can use peplum stay, any stay or anything you can use to give structure to the sleeve. Just go ahead and use it. So, but I'll be using the collar stay. So I'll cut exactly what I have here to have 2 pieces of it. So I've cut it out. So the next thing, I'll go to my iron. So the next thing, I'll go to my ironing board and iron it straight down. I'll iron it down to this part, and I'll also do the same thing on this part. And when I'm cutting out, I'll leave half an inch. Remember, I'll be sewing it round. So I'll leave half an inch on the fabric all the way around. I'll do the same thing for this. So I'm done cutting out, as you can see. I'm done cutting out, so I'll place it together, then I'll sew. So I'll start my sewing from this point. Remember this point. I'll start my sewing from here. I'll sew it round from this point straight down to this point. So this side will be open because we are joining this side to the sleeve. So I'll start my sewing from here like this, then I'll stop on this point. So I'm done sewing, so I'll notch it. Then I'll turn it inside out. So I'm done with it. So the next thing, I'll iron it. I'll take it to my ironing board and give it a very nice press for it to relax. So I'll go ahead to cut out the lower part, which is the net. I'll use the pattern to cut out the lower part, which is the net. So I'm done ironing, as you can see. So this is how it looks like. I'm done ironing. So this is the main fabric. So I'll cut it into 2. Remember, we added half an inch on this part for joining, so I'll cut the sleeve into 2. So I've cut the sleeve like this. So I'll take it to my sewing machine, then I'll sew half an inch from the upper part. Remember, we are joining the sleeve to the dress. So I'll sew down half an inch or 3/4 inch all the way down. So I'm done sewing the sleeve on the upper part, as you can see. So I'm done sewing the sleeve. So I'll open it up. I'll get this design and place it on it like this. So this part, this open part, I'll place it here. I'll start like this. Then I'll sew it together with the sleeve. I'll do the same thing for this part. Sew it out, sew it down. So this is how it looks like after sewing. So the next thing I'll take the lower part of the sleeve, then I'll attach it on this part. I'll sew the lace on this part of the sleeve. Then after that, I'll be using the lining. So I'll sew the lace on the lower part of the sleeve like this. Then after that, I'll use the lining, as you can see. I'll use it to turn it on this side. I'll turn it like this to meet the sleeve on this part. So let me do it and show you guys. So this is the inner part. So this is the lace. I use the lining to turn it from here to this part. So this is the upper part. So the next thing, I'll fold it this way. Then you take your final, I'll fold it like this, take your final sleeve measurement, then sew it all the way from here straight down. While you're sewing, ensure that you push this part inward, then you sew straight down. So I'm going ahead to sew it down, so I'll turn it inside out, bringing out the lace fabric from the top. So this is the final outcome of the sleeve. So let me place it on my mannequin for you guys to see. So you can see that half inches we left on top will enable you sew it. You can see that half inches we left on top will enable you sew it directly to your fabric.